Hi, so this video is going to be about the new Sugarpill's Sparkles Baby eyeshadow palette. Now, I don't have the palette itself. They just released the palette online at the sugarpillshop.com. So if you are interested in the palette, you can go ahead and get that. And the retail price for the palette itself that contains 4 eyeshadows, brand new eyeshadows, costs $34. I don't have the eyeshadow palette. It's because I actually have the 4 eyeshadows but individually packaged. So if you want to grab the eyeshadows individually, you can get them for $12 a piece. So of course the palette is much better value in this case. Honestly, I have these individually packed eyeshadows for I think a good amount of months now. I got them in this year's IMATs, and I remember they were promoting these new eyeshadows, and they told me that they're going to be released in a palette in the fall. So that's why they're released now. But back then, they were having them they were selling them individually at the IMATs show where I attended. I went to the pro event, which is like I think a Friday evening. I think I've showed these eyeshadows in my IMATs 2014 haul video, but I've never even touched them, mainly because they said that they were not gonna release them until later this year, and I didn't want to do like a review or swatch video or use any of them earlier during the summer or right after I got them, because you're not gonna be able to get them. But I decided to do this now because they released the palette and then the single eyeshadows as well, so you can purchase them now online. And I'm just going to show you each one of the colors. I actually bought all 4 colors. I don't remember if there was a discount on these shadows at the show, since they're like a sort of like a release type of thing, and it was kind of exclusive, so I don't think they were on sale. So I believe I probably purchased these $12 a piece. So like I said, if you like all the colors from this palette, and especially they're all new colors and they're towards like leaning towards the pastel kind of colors, if that's something that you like, definitely grab the palette. The packaging is really cute. Let me just show you. And I'm going to talk about the eyeshadows based on the orders from the palette. So I'm going to, talk about show you the eyeshadows in that order. So let me first talk about the packaging. The palette itself is the same packaging as this. Basically, it's a really pretty pastel mint color with light pink. And it says Sparkle Baby. I don't know, I just thought it's really pretty. It's sort of like really like princess looking, and it's really cute. And then on the back there's that really pretty white kitty that has 2 different colored eyes, like I think a green eye or blue eye, and wearing a little princess crown. I just thought it was really cute. And it says, let your inner princess shine, a high glitz eyeshadow collection full of living dolls, ultra girly shimmery shades to satisfy your sweet tooth. Just think it's really cute. So each eyeshadows contain 3.5 grams of product. So let me show you the eyeshadows. The first one from the palette, the first color is called Kitten Parade. And if you buy them individually, they're different from the regular single eyeshadows packaging, because the regular single eyeshadow packaging has a clear top and a matte black bottom. But for this collection, they changed the bottom packaging to white. I believe you can pop these eyeshadow out. I'm not sure if you have to burn the bottom or something, but I believe if you get the palette like any palettes from their website, and if you finish using the if you finish one of the colors from the palette, you can always buy a single one, and I think you can pop it out and then put in that palette. So I think it's pretty cool. So this is Kitten Parade. This color kind of reminds me of a little bit of Sonic from the Urban Decay by Street palette, just a little bit. But this is pretty because I think you can even use this as a blush. It's sort of like a it's sort of like the NARS Orgasm blush type of thing, or like the Benefit one of the Benefit blush that has kind of like a peachy pink with a golden shimmer. So I think this will be cool as a eyeshadow, as well as a blush, because it's so pretty. So I'm swatching these on my bare hand without a primer, so you can see that. As you can see, it's a really pretty, it's quite subtle, it's really light. That's why I said it would be a really nice blush color as well. It's definitely like this soft peachy pink color with that golden duochrome or golden shift to it, as you can see from with the light reflecting the gold cast. It's really pretty. So this will be a really, I think this will be a really nice blush color. The next color is called Frosting. This one is a really pretty soft pastel lilac color. So it's called Frosting. As you can see, it looks almost matte in the pan, but it's really pretty. It's a matte finish. So there you go. It's definitely a really soft, a bit of a cool tone matte lilac. Really pretty. The next color is called Candy Crush, and this is Candy Crush, which is a sort of shimmery colored mint or turquoise. I think it's sort of mint color leaning a little bit toward turquoise. This is called Candy Crush. I guess you can call it more of a mint color, but it seems like it's like a frost finish. It's so frosty. Frosty. So this is Candy Crush. As you can see, it's very frosty kind of color. Pretty interesting. Then the last color is called Hotsy Totsy. It's a pretty interesting name. Hotsy Totsy. It's sort of like a hot pink. This is I think this is kind of similar to one of their loose pigments. They have a hot pink loose pigment. It's also sort of like this kind of color. So Hotsy Totsy is actually a matte hot pink base. Looks like mostly light pink micro glitters in it, or micro shimmer or micro glitter. It's really pretty. It might be different from the loose pigments, because I think the loose pigments is more of a shimmery kind of finish, whereas this one has more of a matte hot pink base. This flashes a little bit like a magenta, so maybe it will be like a magenta kind of color. Kitten Parade is a really soft color, and as well as this one, and then it goes from kind of like soft to intense, so you have a different finish of everything, which is kind of interesting because you got something matte, something sort of like a duochrome, something frosty, and something matte with like micro glitters to it, sparkle micro glitters to it. So it's really interesting and unique combination for a palette, as well as individual eyeshadows with this type of finish to them. So I think it's really pretty. And here's the swatch. And then if you want to see a quick tutorials and eye look tutorials with these eyeshadows, stay tuned. That's coming up right next. So I first used Candy Crush, which is a frosty mint color, on a flat eyeshadow brush. I got this dual-ended brush. This is a crown dual-ended brush from the September Ipsy Glam Bag. You can use any eyeshadow brush to apply this color on your entire eyelid. And I use an eye primer underneath. If you want to make the colors even more vibrant, you can always use a white base like the NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk. I skipped that because I want you to see how vibrant and pigmented these eyeshadows stand alone. Anyways, I'm just applying this all over my eyelid with the eyeshadow brush, and that's how this looks like. Pretty cool. And then I'm using frosting, which is a matte lilac shade on a pencil brush, and I'm just applying this right above Candy Crush, as you can see right here, and just creating kind of like a cut crease, like a subtle cut crease look. And I'm also applying this shade, this lilac color, on the lower lash line, and I applied it a little bit. I dragged it kind of downwards. I blend downwards a little bit, so it creates that kind of angelic, kind of dull eye look, like a dull eye look. And I also apply a little bit on the waterline, but you can skip that if you don't feel comfortable wearing powder eyeshadow on the waterline. And next, I'm taking Hotsy Totsy on the same pencil brush. I'm just using tiny bit and applying this color right on top of frosting, which is that pale matte lilac shade that I applied earlier. And I'm also kind of applying an outer line to connect the above cut crease. I also applied this color right below the lower lash line underneath that lilac shade, and I used the flat the eyeshadow brush, and I blended the same color above, and I applied Kitten Parade, which is that duochrome kind of peachy pink golden color, right in on the inner part of the eye, right above that magenta color. Then I used Too Faced three-way eyeliner, and I just dotted lash line and create a very slight flick on the end, nothing too dramatic. And I also applied the Buxom Lash Mascara on the top lashes first. And before I apply mascara on the lower lashes, I used this Star Look Amethyst eyeliner, which is a sort of a frosty, sparkly lilac color on the lower waterline, just to make the pale lilac even more interesting and, you know, have a different sort of a texture. And then I went in with the mascara on the lower lash line. You can use false lashes, like you can use false lashes on the top and lower lashes to create a really sort of a dramatic, like Barbie, like a, not Barbie doll, like a porcelain doll type of effect. Just for reference, I loosely based this look on the Sugarpill promotional picture. But that one's more dramatic. And for my blush, cheek blush color, I basically just used Kitten Parade, that first eyeshadow. Like I said, it's a really pretty blush color. It just has a really nice subtle peachy pink color, which is not too loud, but still has a golden kind of shimmer or cast to it. It gives you a really nice flash of gold on the cheekbone, so you can even skip highlighter. And then for lips, I used the Etude House lipstick in the shade PEB001, which is a sort of like a tangerine color, but you can use any, I guess, lip color you want. Last, I went in with Kitten Parade, which is the same eyeshadow I applied on the cheeks as well as my brow bone, and just dab it straight onto the lip color to tie in the whole golden reflex kind of look. And this completes the look. Thank you very much for watching.